Hey everybody, this is a SOMSFA quarterfinal game between the number 3 seed San Francisco 49ers, who were 11-5, against the number 6 seed Denver Broncos, who were 10-6. I recorded this earlier on silent, so we're gonna tune in now and watch it on double speed to make this a fun and fast way to remember this playoff game. So, on top of the fact that we're going double speed, I joined it late. 10-0 San Francisco already. So hold on, let me pause it real quick. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do that here. I was going to go back and see what happened. I did see Kurt say here Dalton is replacing Sanchez, or not Dalton. Who's this other guy? Yeah, Dalton. So he's got Andy Dalton, Nick Foles, and Mark Sanchez, and he uses all three. He has Lamar Miller as his main running back. Julius Thomas, Sammy Watkins, and Allen Hurns are the wide receivers. 3rd and 5 here. Ed goes with a 3-2-6 defense. He gets a run up the middle, blocking back +7 or +5, and that picked up 5 yards despite Rhett Ellison's 5 run rating not being able to make the block. First down was an incomplete pass, flat pass, guessed wrong to Alfred Morris. That's his other running backs. He's got Alfred Morris and Lamar Miller. Dalton's in the game. Short pass to Rhett Ellison. So Dalton's in there for a series, and maybe he'll go back to Sanchez, even try Foles. He just goes with a hot hand. Dalton should have a really good card next year. This year's not as strong because flat pass left to Sammy Watkins. Ed was double teaming Lamar Miller. That goes for 7 yards. Dalton does have a good flat pass guard in this set. 3 wide on 2nd and 3. Lamar Miller in the backfield looking past to Marcus Wheaton. Another +7, but there's a hold on the play. That backs it up, makes it 2nd and 13. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. So those 10 points came quickly. Wash your hands, bud. 2nd and 13. Ed run left to Lamar Miller, -7, and there's a fumble. So Ed called run, and he had a 12.5 out of 1,000 chance for a fumble. The random roll was a 6. So without the run call, it still might have been a fumble. I think it would have been 6.25. Linebacker to Frank Core, guessed wrong, goes for 2 yards. So he gets a 10-point lead, Ed does. I'm not sure how he got those first 10 points. We'll check it later. Ed's got Tony Romo and Frank Gore. Short pass to Larry Fitzgerald being double teamed correctly. 64% chance of a sack. At down goes Romo. Rob Ninkovich taking advantage of Taylor Lewan, the rookie in this set. So he's got Shane Vereen back there also. 3rd down, he can run him. 3rd and 17 at the 39. Denver goes 3-2-6, so he can run, and he's only got a 4 nose tackle. Watch out for the draw here. There it is. A linebacker draw to Shane Vereen, 19 yards as he hits the +9 on 8, and he gets the double box there, which adds 10 yards to that 9, so 19 yards on a first down on 3rd and 17. That's a killer. Off tackle left to Frank Gore. Frank Gore is being double covered, and it was a pass call on the defense. 3-4 showing blitz now. 2nd and 9. It's got that 10-point lead early. He would love to make it 17 and run left to Gore. Guessed wrong. 0 men in zone, but the dreaded 5 comes up. Short gain on 2, 4, 7 for Gore there, with some other nice runs for 5+ yards on 6, 9, 11, and 12. So 3rd and 9. Ed goes 3 wide this time. He's looking past the Vereen. We're going to get that. Oh, he gets a right reading on the receiver card. Shane Vereen, what a receiver card that is. +9 on 7. So 1st and goal at the 10. Nice receiver split there for Ed. Linebacker to Frank Gore. Pass call. Picks up 5. 2nd and goal at the 5. Ed's in full house. Lance Dunbar now is eligible to run, I believe, but he sticks with Shane Vereen and Frank Gore with Cooper Helfet in the backfield. Short pass to Larry Fitzgerald being doubled. It's a nice call again. 72% chance of a sack. It's Alex Okafor. At Dow goes Romo again. Okafor beat Hugh Thornton's 5 rating. Alex Okafor, a sneaky 12 pass rush rating with the adjustments, with the extra help coming. 3rd and goal at the 13. Oh, another draw call. He's not going to get 8 again, is he? Yes, he is. Plus 19. He only needed 13. That's a 13-yard touchdown by Shane Vereen. Shane Vereen's got lower than 50 carries, I believe, so he can only run on third downs or limited in one half. He might be 50 to 99. I don't remember. Kick goes to the 0. 22-yard. First and 10 at the Denver 22. So they're down by 17, but the good thing is it's early. Dalton's still in the game. Off tackle right to Lamar Miller. Gastron goes for the dreaded 5. He loses a yard. Miller's got nice cards. Short gains on 4, 7. Big numbers on the edges. Second and 11. Long pass to Sammy Watkins. It's picked off. Single cover, but Andy Dalton's not good in this set on a long pass. Put it nicely. He has an interception split on 9, and it's 2 through 10. You don't even need to double to get that big split pick, or big pick split. First and 10 now. Off tackle right to Frank Gore. Guessed wrong. One man in zone. Picks up +3. Gore's still back there in the I formation. Cooper Helfet's a nice little sneaky weapon. You might see him pop deep one of these times. Golden Tate's covered by 4. Helfet's covered by 4. Gronk and Fitzgerald are covered by 5s. Long pass to Fitzgerald, covered by 5. No man in zone. Hit misses on the receiver reading. Third and 7. Outside of field goal range. 3-2-6 by Kurt. Long pass to Fitzgerald again. Guessed right, but 0 man in zone. And now it's Tony Romo's time for an interception. It goes down to the 11, or down to the 10-yard line, return 20 yards. So he has a pick split on 11, and it's 2 through 9 and 12. So now Nick Foles checks in the game. So we saw Dalton, we saw Sanchez. I said Sanchez early. We actually didn't see Sanchez, but he was playing early. That's when Ed got the 10-point lead. Then Dalton threw a pick, and now it's Foles' turn. But that was a 13-yard flat pass for Foles. Nice way to get started. Flat pass right to Hearns. Incomplete. So Kurt doesn't really have a set starter. He's had good success. He finished the year 10-6, so whatever he's doing is working for him. Most of us would pick a quarterback and stick with it. Short pass to Hearns being doubled by the free safety. 60% chance of a sack, no sack, 5-yard dump off. Third and 5. 3 wide against 3-3-5. You'll see Ed go 3-2-6 on a lot of these situations. Maybe not all of them. Maybe that's just his defense. Takes out the 5 linebacker. That's something that maybe we should think about, other coaches, is usually Ed does a nice strategy. He goes with a off tackle to Lamar Miller. That picks up 4, bringing up 4th and 1. I don't think you'll see Kurt go for it here. Full house formation, or that's the 3 running back, 2 tight end set. Fourth and 1. Is he going to run it? No, he's in a short pass to Julius Thomas. Guessed wrong with Foles, and that's going to be complete. +14. Easy, monkey. Trick him. The biscuit's right here. Second and 10. That was an incomplete flat pass by Foles, looking for Allen Hearns, getting hit it. Short pass to Lamar Miller, guessed wrong, but incomplete. Third and 10. Three wide against the 3-2-6 again, I bet. Even though he has a 5 pass linebacker, he likes to go 3-2-6 with the 2 zeros. So I'm sure he's worked out the percentages, and that gives him a better chance of stopping these things. But it was a line buck to Lamar Miller, hit the short gain, and a 3 wide die roll means contained was broken. Containment with a 0 there would have only happened on the 1 anyway. Yeah, lift up first, bud. Lift up. Move over. to move down. Yeah, you can. You see that thing at the bottom? You're trying to get that under. Yes, lift that up. Lift it up, straight up. Yes. Now, once it's up and over, you can put the other thing in. No, no. Let me show you. Hold on. Come here. Sorry, I had to show my son how to operate the. We're watching his cousin's dog, my sister-in-law. So that was a couple of incomplete pass there. It's going to bring up 4th and 10. Field goes up and good, and 17 to 3. 6:54 to go in the half. Now Graham Gano is his place kicker, and he's got those big returns on 7, 8, and 12. We haven't seen it yet because, well, that was the first time Kurt scored, but that's something to keep an eye on later on. Ed's also got Rob Gronkowski. In the set, he's being doubled there, but it's a long pass to Golden Tate being covered by a 4, 0-man in zone, but it was an interception split. And 8 or 9, oh no, it was a white die 4, so those still would have been complete, but you had some good chances there, a lot of receiver readings. Long pass again to Tate, 3-4 showing blitz. Is there going to be a sack chance? No. There it goes straight on Romo's card, guessed right on the 7. Romo hits on 3 and 9. So not great, but not bad. And we've already seen him throw a pick there. So Ed will go deep frequently. 3rd and 10. Short pass to Tate he's being single covered. Baldwin's being double covered, and it was guessed right on Romo's card for 10 yards. There was a sack chance on there, but there was no asterisk pass rusher, so no countdown. 1st and 10. A long pass to Fitzgerald against a run call. Guessed wrong on Romo's card, plus 29. So you see his chances go up dramatically when he's guessed wrong, as most quarterbacks are. 1st and 10 now at the Denver 28. Linebuck to Gore, guessed wrong, 0-man in zone, but there's a penalty, backs it up 5 yards. 1st and 15. San Francisco at Denver's 33. Give one of those to Ryder. Long pass to Cooper Helfett. I told you it might pop later, but 64% chance of a sack, and down goes Romo. As Alex Okafor again comes in, puts the pressure on. 2nd and 21. San Francisco outside of field goal range. Linebuck draw to Frank Gore. Picks up 7 yards. Now they're back in decent field goal range. They have Dan Carpenter, I believe, is their field goal kicker. Or Dan Bailey. One of the Dans, I can't remember. 3 wide on 3rd and 14. Look for Ed to maybe go flat or run it. No, he goes for a long pass to Baldwin. Guessed right, incomplete. So he didn't try to get a closer field goal range. He's going to kick it from 32. It is Dan Bailey. And he's good, 2 through 9 from 12, but that was a 10. So unlucky there as the variable field goal percentage was, or variable field goal adjustment was -2. So kept him in that 23 to 32 range. Mark Sanchez is coming back in. So this is the 3rd quarterback we've seen today. Dalton, Foles, and now Sanchez, a 3-headed beast. What is that called in Greek mythology? The Cerberus? Hold on, we got to do a quick Google. I'm sure it's important for everybody. The 3-headed Greek dog is indeed Cerberus. Let's look at a nice picture. So there you go. This is what we're seeing for the Denver Broncos. We got Sanchez right here. We got Nick Foles up front and Andy Dalton on the right. So let's see which one of these beasts grabs hold of the job for the majority of the game. 2nd and 6, 3:18 to go in the half. Now, if Kurt's able to go down to get a touchdown here, flat pass left to Alfred Morris, 2-man in zone. That was thanks to a double team by the free safety. If he can get a touchdown here and go in down 17 to 10, I don't think he gets the ball first, but even so, that would be great to close it to a single score. But here we go, 3rd and 6, 3-2-6, going up against that defense, and he put 2 in the look-in pass. It was a short pass to Marcus Wheaton. That picks up 11, And it is 1st and 10 at the San Francisco 46, 2:24 to go in the half. Looking past the Watkins, there were 2 men there, but it was guessed wrong because he put a run call in. And Alfred Morris is injured, out until the end of the second half. That doesn't really matter. He'll be back, just going to the locker room early. 1st and 10 at the San Francisco 30. 3-4 against the high formation. Flat pass right to Rhett Ellison, the first time we've seen him targeted. And that goes for 15 yards. Him and Sanchez must have a nice connection there as that one brings it inside the 20 with 152 left. 3-4 showing blitz. Line book, Gastron picks up 5. And that'll chew some clock up unless Ed uses a timeout. He did not. 1:22 to go in the half. 2nd and 5. Well, we see another run here, maybe a flat pass. He wants to break containment, but he also wants to use some clock. He doesn't want an incomplete pass here. Flat pass left to Julius Thomas, short gain, touchdown. The white die 6 reared its ugly head, and Sanchez is 6 of 10 for 66 yards. He did have a pick. Obviously, that what's made Kurt make the change to Dalton earlier in the game. Squib kick. Now, this is something I think that Kurt might want to look at doing every time he scores. So 17-10, Ed takes over with 1 minute left, deep in his own territory at the 18. So you still have a chance to get it to midfield if you roll like the 7 and one of the 7 or 8s. So no guarantee, but it seems a little bit more safer. Off tackle right to Frank Orr, guessed wrong. Gets the guard reading +7, thanks to Patrick Omame. Your Omame is, well, we'll leave that off. Don't insult anybody. 2nd and 3. I don't really have a good Omame joke. For line buck to Frank Orr. That goes for 0 yards. The dreaded 5, guessed wrong. 2nd and 3, 30 seconds left. The defense took a timeout there. That's nice. Maybe Kurt wants to try to stop him. Get the ball back. Linebacker to Shane Vereen. Linebacker in zone, -1 or +3. He pushed the linebacker down, Dante Hightower. And usually he would have made the stop 2 out of 3 times, but it was a white die 6 against the 5, and now Ed will just take a knee. So 17-10, the 49ers go up, thanks to a couple of turnovers, it looks like, that set up some of those points. We know Sanchez and Dalton threw pick. It asks for a 2-minute break. Well, we can skip ahead here. So here we go. So San Francisco does get the field goal, the ball first, and there you go. There you see that Graham Gano ugly return card. Kicks it to the 49-yard return. So Ed gets it at midfield. Short pass to Cooper Helfett. Single covered, guarded by a 4, +10. 1 more first down. Ed's in field goal range. Get that back up to a 2-score game, 2-score lead. And run to Frank Gore. There's a man in the zone, but it's guessed wrong. Offensive onside in, +4, +0. Cooper Helfett's good for catching passes, but he's not a great blocker. So he misses that one. 2nd and 10, off tackle right to Gore. 0 men in zone, guessed wrong, +6. 3rd and 4, so no containment here. Ed stays I formation. He's got Golden Tate, Larry Fitzgerald, Rob Gronkowski. You haven't seen Gronkowski targeted much. Log pass to Tate, double covered correctly by Kurt. Nice call there. 4th and 4. Remember, Dan Bailey has that 2 through 6 and 12 field goal possibility, even from the longer range. He might get a negative adjustment. He doesn't, and he misses it. 2 through 6 and 11 and 12 was the range he was in because it was adjusted by 1 backwards. But he missed it. Flat pass right, though, to Alan Hearns, and it's picked off. Ed left a linebacker over there, but a penalty wipes that off, illegal contact. So the referee's stepping up and helping out Kurt, avoiding his 3rd pick of the day. Thank you to the ref. The money paid off, says Kurt. That was a good time for an illegal contact penalty. So Kirk keeps the ball. 3-yard run on first down with the linebacker in zone. Sam Barrington can't make the play. He has a 0 run rating. Off tackle right to Morris. There's another linebacker in the zone, but the offensive tackle, Doug Free, makes the block. That brings up 3rd and 1 inside San Francisco territory at their 45. 11:06 to go in the third quarter. So that 17-0 lead has been cut down to 17-10, and the Broncos are knocking on the door again. Linebacker to Sanchez, guessed right. Goes for 0 on the 9 reading. So 4th and 1, and he's going to go for it. I would agree here. Sanchez had a 2.6% chance for a fumble. Flat pass left to Watkins, guessed right. 1 man in zone, goes for +5. So Sanchez makes the connection. 1st and 10. Ironically, Sanchez is going to get a chance to start for the real Broncos. Short pass to Julius Thomas with a run call. Picks up 11. Guessed wrong on Sanchez's card. Now you're in field goal range. You want a touchdown, though. Flat pass right to Lamar Miller against the run call, +10. So Sanchez got a good card, guessed wrong flat. His interception splits on 10. But other than that, it's pretty nice. Short pass to Thomas, another run call. Ed's going for 3 straight run calls here. Picks up 11, guessed wrong on Sanchez's card. Inside the 10, 1st and goal at the 8. Denver looking to tie it up. Full house. Three, 4 showing blitz. Edward Morris picks up 5. Guessed wrong. So he's going for the blitz, trying to sack the quarterback. 2nd and goal to 3. Do you go with Morris's carries? Yes, you do. Guessed wrong, picks up 1. You don't want to waste Miller's carries because he's so good otherwise. You only need 2 yards, but maybe that would have been worth it just to get that touchdown and tie it up. 3rd and goal. See if Ed switches it up and goes for a run call now. He's shown blitz and brought the house and called pass the last 2 times. And ran right to Morris, but there was a linebacker there. It wasn't another pass call, but it was wiped out regardless because of a pre-snap offsides penalty on the offense. So now it's 3rd and goal at the 7. This is a little harder to convert. Sanchez isn't good, guessed right, but you can only switch quarterbacks in SSFA at the in SOMSFA at the beginning of a drive. Actually, the rules are the same in all 3 leagues: SOMSFA, SOMIFA, and SSFA. You can switch your quarterbacks anytime, but only at the beginning of a drive. Quarterback has to stay in for the remainder of the drive. Instead of switching guys in on 3rd downs. Lamar Miller in an I formation. And run to Miller, 1 linebacker in zone. And it's stopped for a 2-yard loss. So Godot comes in, kicks a field goal. Watch out for those long returns down to 8 yards deep in the end zone. Will Ed take a knee? He's run the math. He's going to bring it out. Takes it out to the 41. 17-13. 49ers have the ball and the lead. 6:54 to go in this SOMSFA quarterfinal. Long pass to Fitzgerald, single covered. Baldwin and Gronk being doubled. Oh, +80 on Fitzgerald card on a snake eyes split. What a pull there. 59-yard touchdown from Romo to Fitzgerald. 24-13. Back to an 11-point lead. The returns out to the 19 as Marcus Wheaton takes it out. As you can see, Dan Bailey's return numbers are much better, 16, 18, and 13 instead of 49, 51, and 48 on Gano's card. Guessed wrong run to Miller goes for 2 yards, 2nd and 8. 3 wide now. 3-3-5 for the 49ers. Flat pass right to Marcus Wheaton. Guessed right on the receiver reading, picks up 12. Sanchez has a 6.1 out of 1,000 chance for a snap fumble. We haven't seen that come up, so that's good. Flat pass right to Rhett Ellison. Guessed wrong, but he's not a great receiver, so that only picked up 3. It would have been a negative completion otherwise if he had guessed right. 2nd and 7. Flat pass right to Miller. Guessed right, picks up 6. So Sanchez seems to be taking hold of the starting job here. 3rd and 1. Off tackle right to Lamar Miller. Defensive end +2 or +9, picks up 9. As Ricky Jean Francois can't make the play. Off tackle right to Miller. Guessed wrong. Goes for a short gain. So Kurt's moving the ball here. 2 effective drives in the second half. Ed got 1 big play, but that's all you need sometimes. 1st and 10 at the 49ers 32. Flat pass right to Morris. White die 6 picks up is a short gain. So 1st and 10 at the 49er 21. A touchdown here, and you're back to within a single score. Linebacker to Morris, guessed wrong, but there's a man in zone. 2 linebackers in zone. Offensive left guard picks up +3 or -1, and he couldn't make the play. Ramon Foster. 2nd and 11 at the 49er 22. And run right to Morris. Long gain or short gain there. Picks up 17 yards. 1st and goal at the 5. So it had those early run calls on the first drive in the second half, and now doing a lot of pass calls, and Kurt's landing on his own card. Guessed wrong. 1st and goal at the San Francisco 5. Linebacker to Morris. Guessed right, but he still picks up 5. Touchdown. Will he go for 2 here? Yes, he does. Conversion here makes it a field goal lead. 3-4 showing blitz against a full house. Or I'm sorry, against 3 running back, 2 tight end. Off tackle right to Morris. He gets it in. So 24-21. San Francisco leads by 3. They have the ball. 40-yard return on Todman's card. So that takes it out to the 32, even though it was 8 yards deep in the end zone. That's, I think, a win for the Broncos in that case. You don't want them to start near midfield. Just at least get you a little bit of breathing room. Short pass to Cooper Helfett. 19% chance of a sack. And boom, down he goes. Manny Lawson takes advantage of Sebastian Volmer. An 8 against the 7. An 8 adjusted against the 7. Linebacker to Gore, guessed wrong, 0 men in zone, picks up 7, 3rd and 12. Remember, we saw Ed run Vereen on a couple of linebackers earlier in the game. Hit the 8 both times on the defense's card, but I don't think you'll see him doing that. It's a long pass to Vereen being double covered and incomplete. It's a nice double covered there by Kurt. Forces a punt. Denver gets the ball. Nice boomer. 60-yard punt down to Jordan Poyer, who's not a great punt returner. And he calls for the fair catch. Matter of fact, that's pretty poor. Not too many chances for a big play on that. That's all right. As your number 2 returner, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Long pass to Julius Thomas, correctly double teamed. Hits Sanchez's card, guessed right, +29. So Mark Sanchez has gone 15 for 19 for 164 yards as he's keeping the Broncos in the game. Flat pass right to Hearns. Guessed right receiver reading incomplete. 2nd and 9. 14-24 to go in the game, but we've entered the 4th quarter. Remember, I'm playing this at double speed here. Flat pass left to Julius Thomas. Linebacker in zone, extra short gain, and Barkevius Mingo's 4 rating makes the play against the white die 4. 3rd and 10. We've seen Kurt run a couple times here, but he got that 6 nose tackle. That would dissuade me from running a little bit on 3rd downs. He does run it linebacker draw. The white die's 1, loses a yard, so he'll have to punt. 59-yard punt, so a boomer after a boomer down to 3, will let it go in the end zone. 49ers take over at their own 20. They'd love to put together a long drive here in the game, or at least eat up a lot of the clock and make it a 2-score lead. Linebacker to Gore, guessed wrong, 0 men in zone, picks up 7. And there's a penalty, flagrant face mask on the play. So the refs give us and the refs take us away. Out to the 42 now. 24-21 49ers and run right to Gore. Guessed wrong. Picks up 4. Linebacker in zone. Couldn't make the play. That was Alex Okafor. He's got a 0 run rating. Off tackle right to Gore. There's a man in zone. It's guessed right. Picks up 4. There's an injury on the play. Golden Tate's out for the remainder of the game. Doug Baldwin comes in. It's got both Seahawks receivers. What was I doing on draft day? I slept on both those guys. 3rd and 2. Linebacker to Gore. Well, guessed right. One man in zone, but Gore can pick that up on his card or on the D's card. +5. 1st and 10. San Francisco is the home team here, so they have the good pass D card and the average running card, while Denver has average. Flat pass left to Gronkowski. Finally, we're seeing Gronk involved. Guessed right on Romo's card, goes for 7, 2nd and 3. Ed wants to get a touchdown here, does not want to settle for a field goal. And run left to Gore, guessed wrong, 0 minute zone, but it's an offensive onside tackle reading. And Taylor Lewan, his 5 rating would usually make the play, but it was a white die 6, 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3. And run right to Gore, guessed right, +2, make it 4th and 1. This is go for it territory. Only need a yard. You got Frank Gore, the inconvenient truth. You got Romo that can sneak it in. Really nice flat pass card here. Several good flat pass receivers. Looking past the Fitzgerald, not being double covered. Incomplete. Denver takes over. So nice job there by Kurt. 1st and 10. Denver down, but only a field goal. 9:36 to go in the game. And run right to Lamar Miller. Loses a yard since the onside tackle. Julius Thomas. Sorry, it was the onside end. Julius Thomas couldn't make the block. 2nd and 11. That's a bailout roll there. Linebucker guessed wrong, picks up 5. 3rd and 6. 8:24 to go in the game. Fourth quarter. There we go with a 3-2-6 defense again. You're tempted to throw that looking pass, but then and he did throw a looking pass, but he'll drop 2 in there sometimes, or he'll double cover the right guy. So incomplete, he'll have to punt again. 8:06 to go in the game. Sammy Watkins couldn't make the play. 47-yard punt, fielded by Frank Hammond. 18-yard return, or 10-yard return, excuse me. 1st and 10 at the San Francisco 23. 7:48. Guessed wrong, but there's a man in the zone. That picked up 10 yards thanks to the center rating, and then there was another face mask there. So Ed's already back at midfield, 7:30 to go in the game. Off tackle left to Vereen, guessed wrong, so he can run unlimited in the second half. So he was a 50-99 guy. Either run him on 3rd down anytime or only anytime in the second half, or either half. 6:54 to go, linebacker to Gore, guessed wrong, 0 minute zone. He's leaving that open a lot because he wants to get the pass rush pressure. That brings up 3rd and 5. 6:18 to go in the game. This is a big play here. Into Denver territory, just barely. Gore, 26 runs for 109 yards. Long pass the ball, win single covered. Guarded by a 4, incomplete. So hoping to catch him in a run call. Instead, Kurt sniffed that out, called pass, double the wrong guy, but double the guy. Could have been bad if it would have been on the D cards on the Defender X reading, but that's neither here nor there. Denver gets the ball back, 5:42 to go, +7. Sanchez has remained in the game. Looks like he'll finish it out. 2nd and 3. 5:24 to go in the game. Ed's not afraid to call run here. It's a flat pass right to Miller, guessed right, goes for 4 yards. 1st and 10 of the 31. 3-4 not showing blitz against the I formation. Linebacker to Lamar Miller was guessed right, but the 5 run block rating of Manny Ramirez made the play. 2nd and 3. 4:30 to go in the game. Off tackle right to Miller, guessed wrong, short gain. That takes it out to midfield. 12-yard pickup there. 3:54 to go. 11-yard off tackle run. It was a run call, but there was 0 men in zone. Picks up 11. 3:18 to go. You need one more first down to get into field goal range. Tie this thing up, send it to overtime, or take the lead and win it and go home. Guessed wrong. The dreaded 5 comes up, -1. A 7 there would have been golden. Alfred Morris checks in the game. Kurt's not afraid to switch quarterbacks, switch receivers, switch running backs. And run left to Morris. Guess wrong. Picks up 2. Ed was double teaming Julius Thomas and Sammy Watkins on that one. 3rd and 9. Got to get closer. Maybe go for a flat pass, try to get a white die 6, or go for a short pass and hope for a dump off. But you need something. Miller is fatigued. Ed responds with his usual 3-2-6, and it's a linebacker draw, but it's the nose tackle +1 or +12, and Brandon Williams. He's the best nose tackle in the game right now. He picks up a yard, 4th and 8. Got to go for it. Graham Gano is only 2 through 4 from this range, so that's at the edge. Any kind of adjustment, and it's not even going to be attempted. So he's 2 through 4. He doesn't get any better until you get inside the 32. So Kurt will go forward. 2 minutes left. If Ed stops him here and gets one first down, it's over. (24-21). Decisions here. Let's be patient. This is critical time. I'm sure Kurt's weighing where he wants to go. You go to Hearns. He's covered by a 4, but he's likely to be doubled. Defender X or long gain. It was Vontae Davis covering the play on against Roddy White. It was a white die 4, a 5. So if he would have thrown to one of those 4s, if he would have thrown to Hearns there, that would have been +27. Oof, ifs and buts, candy and nuts, and we'll all have a Merry Christmas. Linebacker Vereen guessed right. Run call picks up 19 as he shifted over the inside linebacker. So I think that's pretty much it. Well, takes 2 knees here. That takes it down to 30. I'll back with about 45 seconds left if he just wants to play it super safe and punt it. He'll get it back with 37 seconds left after the punt. Off tackle right to Vereen. He does play it safe. Vereen, even with him being keyed, only has a 9 out of 1,000 chance for a fumble. So 0.9% chance. He'll run Vereen again. Play the odds. Kurt's not going to be able to go 80 yards in 37 seconds. Not with his quarterback. 1:30 to go. So you'll have a 45-second play here. They'll punt it with 45 seconds left. And after the punt return, Denver will get it with 37 seconds left and no timeouts. There's the off tackle to Vereen again. Could pick up the first down here on the D card. No, it's on the O card. Guessed right, -2. That'll make it 4th and 7. In comes Pat McAfee. He'll probably kick it into the end zone. Yep. So 1st and 10 at the 20 with 37 seconds left and no timeouts. Lamar Miller does have a +97 on 12. So he could just try to shoot for that a couple times because, probably not going to get it on 3rd down with containment in effect. Ed responds with a 3-2-6. Flat pass left to Watkins, being double covered by a linebacker. So that doesn't count. +10. 1st and 10 at the 30. 30 seconds left. Realistically, you need to get 40 more yards. You get one of those 0-man in zone flats. That could help. But Ed won't leave those open twice. He does not leave it open. Log pass to Marcus Wheaton. He could have gone a look-in pass. Ed would love for him to do that because it'll take up a lot of time off the clock. 22 seconds left. 2nd and 10. You'd love to get at least one more first down here. Put a little pressure on. Go for throw it to one of those receivers and hope they hit a big number on the receiver card. Flat pass right to Hearns being doubled by one of the extra DBs. So 3rd and 10 now. 15 seconds left. And run to Lamar Miller. Guessed wrong. +6. It was a 3 wide die, so we would have broken containment. He almost hit that +197. He had a chance. 1 in 36. Didn't hit it. Even the 24 would have been good, or the 20 on 10, +20 on 10. Even the 9 would have been good. All those would have gotten a first down. And that's the game because he cannot spike it on 4th down. So that's it, folks. The 49ers survive. Get off to a 17-0 lead, but they cannot put the game away. And back comes the Broncos. So there you go. That's the so Mark Sanchez was the king of the Cerebus. So let's go over here and shut this down, and I'll post this up. Congrats, Ed. Nice job, Kurt. I don't think I could have gotten the 3-headed monster to 10-6 and this deep in the playoffs. So well done. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.